here again, day 1,828 in a row. This is the Mark and Pires Show. Welcome. We're getting into it. We had an amazing show this morning. Guys, if you don't know it, we go live every morning now. Lifting you up a level, hitting you with some real estate information. It's a call-in show. All you got to do is pick up the phone and give me a ring. We're getting into it. Tonight, a couple things going on. I found the 1560 Apocrypha. Now, it's not a physical copy like my 1775 Bible, but it is this 1560 Apocrypha. And I thought it would be pretty cool if we start to dissect that and see why they pulled it out of the Bible. Why did they pull out the 1560? Why did they pull out the Apocrypha? What stories did they not want you to know about? Bel and the Dragon. That's why my thumbnail today, I'm holding my sword that I built. I built this sword a couple weeks ago in the workshop. If you guys don't know, I'm the inventor of the only drum in the world for guitar players. It's called the BeatSeat. You see one over here where the 1775 Bible is. Guys, if you are on TikTok and you want to join and see the 1775 Bible physically, it's here, right behind me, on YouTube. You just have to head to YouTube, link in bio. Please hit that screen, share, let people know that the 1775 Bible guy is live with the Bible. And we also have the 1560 Apocrypha. We got a sword. And I'm going to be playing you some music tonight on the only drum in the world for guitar players. And something pretty cool tonight, for the first time, I'm multi-tracking. So everything, my vocals, my guitar, the BeatSeat, and my loop station, they're all going into independent tracks here on my DAW, on my digital audio workstation. Oh, thank you so much for the love here on TikTok. Guys, when you start to get people throwing like animations on you on TikTok, you know you've reached a new level, right? But the sword, you got to have a sword that's made of, this is made of actually bird's eye maple. I make BeatSeats out of all kinds of wood. I cut the wood myself. I'll get a log that someone calls me, hey, I just cut a tree down in my backyard. Would you like the wood? And I'm like, yeah, I'll be over there with my Alaskan chainsaw. You could probably seen a couple of videos of me doing that. But I cut the wood now physically myself after the logs, trees, you know, put it in my downstairs workshop. It dries for a year or two. And then I'm building you a BeatSeat out of the wood that I cut with my hands, built it with my hands, invented it, patented it myself. So you're getting, there's an origin story there that I think is better than any other musical instrument on planet Earth. You can go buy a guitar from a guy who builds you a guitar, but he didn't invent the guitar. He didn't then decide to build them and cut the wood to build those guitars for you. He's getting the wood from Honduras. He's getting the wood from Brazil. I'm getting the wood in my backyard. So go to BeatSeat.rocks and order yours, and you can get some extra wood and build a sword. Guys, I'm building all kinds of stuff. I built 4 speakers so far. 2, I built this sword, built a knife, 2 canes, one for my dad and one for my father-in-law. Oh, guys. Something to live for. This is when we get a woohoo from Mr. Matt Zabrowski. What's that, Zabrowski? Oh, he wants me to throw it to him. Woohoo! Zabrowski made me drop my sword. Gosh almighty. You know, it's times like this, Zabrosk, that I wonder why you scare me with that woohoo so often. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. Anyway, guys, let's put the sword down. I do want to share something here. Now, somebody asked me to read some of the 1775 Bible, and Psalms was brought up. I don't remember what psalm it was that they wanted me to read, but I happened to open up Psalms right here before the new year, and there was something I was like, holy freaking cow, I got to read this, because it really, for some reason, connected with me. I don't remember what I read, but I was like, dang, that's deep. Let's read it and see what it was. So if you want to head over to YouTube, get a better view of this, and a better background. Actually, it's a pretty cool background I have going on over here on TikTok. But the audio is better, video is better. Let's get into it. So I'm just going to start on this. This is where I started reading. This is Psalm 68 something. It's in the middle of Teth. I don't even know who Teth is, but we're reading it. Thou art good, and doest good. Teach me thy statutes. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in thy law. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. I want to explain this. It is good for me that I have been afflicted. We're living in a world right now where the negativity and the distraction and division is the only thing that they're broadcasting. If you could be afflicted with the law of God in your life right now in history, you got something going for you. Because that's the one thing they want to destroy. They want to take you away from that connection to God. That connection to me, the connection to all of us. We were put here in order to do something together. We were not put here in order to divide. It's the biggest lie we've been told yet. So, when I read Psalm 72 or whatever, and it says, the law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold or silver. It just echoes the essence of this show for the last 1,828 days. The law of thy mouth, the moment that God allows us to experience together, if you could get to it, if you could get to the moment and somehow ground yourself to it, that's where God is. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Yes, I could let lies and deceptive falsehoods come out of my mouth like the rest of the world is doing and make gold and silver for it. Instead, I stay here in a hole of my own doing. But the law of thy mouth is better than thousands of gold and silver. I intend to struggle every day of my life. By struggle, I mean work and go out there and hustle in order to make a living for my family. Because it's either that or I give in to the deception. I give in to the lies, and I start allowing these bull crap words come out of my mouth that aren't true. And just rake in the gold and the silver. Just rake it in. Inflation's good. It's all because of the last administration. Get another bugaboo. The next one will work. It's going to help against these new ones. Did it do anything against the old? No, but this one's going to work. We worked it out. Yeah, okay. Everything's a lie. I could sit here and be like, guys, go out and get your bugaboo. Remember what Dr. Weaselfrog, she said. And then you're just raking in the gold and the silver. You guys see these people, these mouthpieces out there. You know they're paid shills. The law of thy mouth, the truth, shall set you free. It shall also get you persecuted. Canceled. I choose to live by this as opposed to something that was made up yesterday. Let's carry on. Thy hands have made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding that I may learn thy commandments. That thy fear thee will be glad when thee see me, because I have hoped in thy word. I know, O Lord, that thy judgments are right, and that thou hast faithfulness hast afflicted me. This is, Old English is not easy to read, guys. Not easy to read a Bible from 1775. Let, I pray thee, thy merciful kindness be for my comfort according to thy word unto thy servant. Look, I didn't get any, that thing hit me. Just keep this in mind. I'm here, I'm getting ready for New Year's Eve for the show. I did 2 shows every day for the last month. We're still doing 2 shows a day. I'm doing one early in the morning around 9 a.m. and then again at about 7 or 9 p.m., 10 p.m., whatever it is. Tonight's almost 11 like usual. I used to do 11 o'clock every night. I'd love to keep that up, but I can't also get up and do an early show. It's tough. So it's like, I think the early show is fire. You guys, it was an hour and 45 minutes today. And the first hour was a killer real estate information. And the next 45 minutes, I went on a crazy rant. Andrea knows she was here. Andrea, right? I was out of my mind. But guys, sometimes I get into it. And I'm just letting you know what's going on in the world. Now, you could either appreciate a guy who's speaking his heart, speaking his mind, and not afraid of the outcome. Or you could go where people are telling you what you want to hear. I prefer to be places where I'm hearing the things that, you know, in a way, they at least alert you what's going on in the world. You know? PB was there. PB knows it was a fire episode. So guys, we have the 1775 Bible. It's here every single day with me since I started this show 1,828 days ago. And I just want you to understand the reason why I believe this Bible is so important to this show. I consider what I'm doing here a battle against evil. Every single social media platform has made it impossible for people to find me. I realize it because when they started sharing and people are sharing my 1775 Bible content, I made the content. And they don't, like I put it out and I get a couple thousand views. Then people take me and cut me and play me on channels and get 50,000 likes. And I'm like, I get it. The people would love everything I do if they could ever see it. It takes other people out there sharing me in order for people to see what I do. But you saw one piece of content out of 3,800, guys. One piece of content out of 3,800. They kept 3,799 pieces of content from you. And you only saw this one because somebody was nice enough to share my content. But what you liked there has been here every day for 5 years. The longest running show of hope. If you have issues in your life, if you're dealing with stresses, anxiety, and those tempting thoughts of doing things you should never do, this is the place you want to be. We live in the moment. We connect and you can forget about the world while you're here. You tell me another place on earth you could do that. And the reason you could do that is because we open up a Bible from 1775. We write a piece of music in the moment that never existed and then it exists. Like I wrote this last night. Before I come back down, I wanna touch the stars. This was written live last night in the moment, right here. Before I come back down, I wanna touch the stars. So, the people that show up every day get a piece of that. They get to see and experience these songs created live. You could have a song written right now. Let's do it. Let's try this multi-tracking out, see how it goes, because I just dropped my sword again. That's the second time today we dropped the sword. I'm going to roll you. Oh, gosh almighty, the BeatSeat scene's not working. You're not going to be able to see the BeatSeat very well today, but you know what? Whatever. I want to make sure I can get this thing rolling. We're giving this a shot tonight. So here's how it works. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I haven't done this yet, but I'm going to try, and hopefully all this stuff is able to work at the same time. We're now recording multi-track in the background. And we're gonna write something in the moment. So who has a topic for me? Who has a topic for me? I got the Men in Black BeatSeat sitting here. If you guys haven't seen that, that's a special edition BeatSeat I made. We saw this wall in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and that was the mural on the wall. Someone did that with like spray paint, and it was sick. It was the entire wall. So I took a picture of it. I was like, that would be a pretty cool snare on a BeatSeat. My kids were like, yeah, what? No, what are you talking about? I was like, yeah, watch this. So I made that. It's pretty sweet. It's on the BeatSeat website. You could order it. There's only one right now. Charlie Harrington in the house. I see S. Coop kicking it with me, and Andrea's here. Trish Killian. I see some people over on the ticker, but I'm not sure who's with me because I can't really see that far. Head over to YouTube if you can. Link in bio. All right, we have to erase something here in order to write something. So let's see what we're going to erase. Can't. I don't know why I think that's such a really amazing image. Rain falls down in bucketfuls. It's beautiful. And then this one still have an edit. I almost want to keep this on just because, like, you gotta be you. You gotta be you. You gotta be you. You gotta be you. You got to be you, yeah. Come on down, hanging out. Yeah, you gotta be you, yeah. You gotta be you. Fire song, I gotta edit that. I gotta edit that one down. So now what do I erase? I think I have to erase this. I'm in the process of editing this already right now. Before I come back down. This should be on the radio tomorrow. I won't touch the stars. Freaking A. All right, I erased it. It's gone. Wrote it last night. It's already gone. We only have 4 banks here live. I got to erase one because 3 of them are staying. All right, let's write something. Who's got a topic? Who's ready to get down? You guys ready to get down? wondering, do we do bass line first and then the beat seat? Or do we do beat seat? Then let's go bass line first. So you guys can be like, the beat seat's ridiculous! Because you'll see. Right now you got a freaking awesome riff. We got the riff going. This is all live improv. Whatever you hear right now happened live in the moment. There is nothing, and then there's a full song at the end. No lyrics, and then there's a full song at the end. Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm freaking rocking this thing. Woo! I'm gonna take on this too, guys. Hold on a minute. Woo! One more. Now I know where we are. What? Oh, are you guys? All right, where's that piece? This is the beat seat. Why can't I hear myself? I think I did something when Hold on now, mama. I can't figure out why my phone goes low. Can't get to the bottom, don't you know? Maybe it's cause... No? Check. Any better? I don't know if I just did something or not. Maybe I should turn this up. Check. Is that a little better? It's a little better. I can hear myself a little better. Alright, there we go. It looks like we're recording fine here, multi-track style. That's pretty cool. Whatever I'm doing now, we'll be able to turn into a sick multi-track recording. Fishman says the vocals are fine. I think it was my issue here with the speakers. Let's get into it! Throw it against the wall. Throw what you can against the wall. Yeah. You gotta make the call. You can't give up on yourself so easy, no. You gotta put on a show in some manner, yeah. An answer if you can't go at everybody's so insecure. You got to fight back more. Don't let them get you down, no. Don't let them chip away at your soul, no. You got that warrior instinct, I say, but you gotta start to wear it all out in public. Anyway, they got their own problems, and you're just sitting on the sideline wondering what they're thinking all the time. Just go on, just move on, yeah. No one wants to be caught up in a rut, no. Just get up and go. I'll meet you at the finish line, yeah. You're running for 15 miles in a row. You got no time to take a breath, no. You gotta keep on going, you keep on going. You're gonna get there when the morning comes, yeah. You're gonna tip your head to the next guy walking by. You got something to say, don't you? Just do you, yeah. Just look straight ahead and keep on going. You'll be there before you know it. I'll meet you at the finish line. you what you've been through. No, holding up banners, handing out waters. Oh, why don't you put on the clothes and do it too? Yeah, your body take a beating. Oh, you can drink as much water as you want. Ain't gonna do a thing. No, you'll be sore for 3 weeks more. Yeah, I'm here to live. Yeah, I'm here to feel. Even though sometimes that means you're feeling low. Just get there, just get up and go. I'll meet you at the finish line. Oh, at the finish line. Everyone stand around wondering how you keep going. I'll meet you at the finish line. I'll meet you at the finish line. We got 21 minutes and then the Pro Tools went out. Freaking A. Hold on, let's... Just keep on going to the finish line. So a little upset that we lost. Let me just see if I can save this before. Did that work? So it looks like we lost it. It stopped at about 22. But maybe we got it, like some of it. Let's see if there's any way to do this. It may not let me play it right now. Yeah, for some reason my system went offline. But, well, that's disappointing because it's the first run and it went offline right in the middle of the jam. But we should see if we can get this sucker to work. Let's see, we're going to edit. Yeah, we want to save I want to save it. That was the whole point, save it. We just did 21 minutes of multi-tracking. Now, I don't know what the hell I was singing. It was probably crap. But I liked the I'll see you at the finish line part. I thought that was pretty cool. So these are songs that we create live in the moment. This is what happened last time I did this with Pro Tools. It said not responding, and then it did shut off, but then it said you need to restart your computer in order to run Pro Tools again. Can't shut off the computer if we're doing a show. So looks like we got some multi-tracking done. I may have to go back to my original idea, which was to multi-track on the other computer. I have two computers here, but I thought if I could do it all right here, that would be the ideal. Because I don't want to have to take the audio from there to here. I just want it to be here. After the show, I could just work, So, it bothers me. And it's sitting here. I'm just looking at this screen saying, not responding. Let's just go back into the main window here. Amy WC in the house. I got Barella here. S. Coop. Was that a good jam, S. Coop? Finish line. So we wrote that, and now I was going to see if we can keep going. Oh, thank you, Leisure7. Good to see you. Welcome, everybody, to the longest-running daily variety show of positivity and live creation, a place where you can let go and say what you want. That chat is amazing. So I was telling people the other day on YouTube, if you get here for the morning show, you'll learn a little more about this, but this is the one show on planet Earth that's been here for 5 years every day with an open chat for people to come and find others that are like-minded, looking for really good high energy vibes. And we all partake in these jams. Some people are hanging out in the chat and they're maybe not as focused in onto what I'm saying or what notes are being played on a guitar that I never learned how to play. You're kind of watching a guy who's just doing what he feels. I never took guitar lessons. Nobody taught me how to invent shit. Nobody taught me how to write songs. Nobody taught me how to sing. Nobody taught me how to do anything. I just come out here and I feel, and I allow those feelings to take form in some sort of creative expression. And within that, it's the moment taking place, which I think is something we have a hard time finding in 2024. And they desperately want to distract you from this very moment right here. And I think that's probably why it's so hard for us to get a couple thousand people here at one moment. But it's going to happen because I'm never quitting. I'll be here every day. So as soon as you realize geez, there's that one guy who has that platform where I can go in the chat, hang out, listen to some original music created in the moment on a drum that he invented. That's innovation. Be a part of innovation and a part of something that's not planned. I didn't pick up a guitar till I was 18. I didn't even know I could play music. I had no idea I had any musical talent. It wasn't until I was 18 that I bought a guitar. And it was because I saw someone play it. And I was like, I didn't know you could play it. Like, what? What's that about? And that was, to me, was all I needed to get hooked and go buy my own. And from that day, I kind of didn't go anywhere without my guitar. I just learned the major chords, and then I started writing. And then I saw a guy named Eric Krasno, who's actually from my town. He
played in a band called Soul Live. In 2019, I saw him, 1999, I saw him at the Irving Plaza. It's the first time I saw someone ripping it up on the guitar. And I was like, I want to be able to do that. My focus first was to be a great singer-songwriter, write music, and sing and play guitar. Acoustic guitar is all I played for about 15 years. Actually, I played acoustic guitar for about 20 years. I never played an electric guitar until about 2 years ago. And it's by chance that it happened. I had a jazz guitar that is considered electric. Yes, Soul Live in 1999. That's right. It was Irving Plaza, Amy. And he was opening up for Maceo Parker. One of my friends was friends with Krasno. And so he's like, hey, you want to go check out Soul Live? This is a new band. They're like jazz, fusion band. And I'm like, I'll check it out. I'm a musician. So I go down, and when I saw that dude play, and then when I saw that Maceo Parker's guitar player freaking blew my mind, I was like, I need to learn how to do that. And I remember thinking, like, there was this duo that you guys know very well that did, just traveled forever. And, like, it was Dave Matthews is kind of the guy who got me interested in music. And when I was a kid, I heard him, and I was like, this is cool stuff. There's passion. So I gravitated towards music because of that. But then I saw, like, he was doing this thing where he can maybe he can play lead, but I've never heard him play lead. And he's playing rhythm. And then he gets this guy named Tim Reynolds to play with him. And I was like, when I saw Krasno that time, I was like, I'm doing what Dave and Tim do by myself. And my friend was like, what? And I said, yeah, I don't know how to play lead guitar right now, but I'm going to be ripping up like that, dude. And I said, eventually I'm going to be able to, with my pedals, I'm going to sound like I'm Dave and Tim together. And he's like, whatever, dude. Pretty sure I'm doing that now. Pretty sure I'm there. When you do something for 1,828 days in a row on a drum you invented, pretty sure you're there, And I don't know what I do on the guitar, but I hear things and I just play it. That's how music works for me. I sit here, and when I'm in the middle of anything, if I'm hearing a beat, whatever, like this, all this finish line. So while I'm in the middle of this moment, notes will start to find their way into my mind. One note leads to the next note, leads to the next note. Vocally, too, sometimes the songs are faster than others. Like, that was a really fast song, so it's hard for my mind. Sometimes later in the day, it's like a long day selling real estate, and then I'm also trying to improvise a whole song. Wally Nay in the house. Guys, Sid's twin brother, kicking it with us on Facebook. Wally, my bro, so good to see you. So happy you're here. Please spread the word on Facebook. We are live there for 1,828 days in a row, but I'm Zuckerchooched. Zuckerchooched is when you say things that weirdos who take Adrenalic have a problem with. We gotta tune this puppy up. This is not right. So we wrote a song, but I also don't want to play something without getting that Pro Tools figured out. Why isn't it working? You know what I want to do? Because you guys have no idea what this show's about, really. I mean, you just heard a song, but let me play you something real quick. Because I want to try to get that, see if I can get that working. It shouldn't take more than a second. This is a pretty song. Take Me Home. Here's a good example of writing a song in the moment. The BeatSeat. Wake up any day.
go outside, see the sunshine. You feel the sun rays come down on you. Oh, you take me home. Come cross another soul along the way. You share a common word or two. How are you? I'm fine. Let's have a conversation. Yeah, we can talk about anything. Yeah.
Oh
There's nothing
no!
on limits. Nothing
okay.
like being home. Yeah.
So we're back on. Hold on a minute.
You take me home.
Yeah. Okay, good song. But guys, check this out. So Pro Tools, we got it working, but it stopped at 12 minutes and 30 seconds. Dang it. And we went all the way to 21, I think. So for 8 minutes, it did not multi-track. That's a bunch of horse shit. You know what I mean? All right, let's see how it sounded at least. We want to just see what we were getting. Let me see if I think I could do it like this. Look, I can multi-track now. I can shut it off. All right, that's on way hot. Hold on a second. Check that out. Where's the BeatSeat? Huh. That did not play. That's weird. Hold on a minute.
Oh, why my vocals low can get to the bottom, don't you know?
So the BeatSeat did not pick up.
Maybe it's because no. Check. Is that any better?
That's weird.
I don't know if I just did something or not.
Hold on a minute.
Maybe I have to turn this up. Check. Is that a little better?
Hold on a second. That's weird. It's there. Let me see something here. You hear that? It's there, but it's not.
I can't. Vocals low can get to.
All right, I'm gonna have to work this out. I'm gonna do some messing around after the show to figure out why I'm not getting this thing to sound perfect. But at least we got something going. You know what I mean, guys? So I do want to share with you quickly. Especially, we've been here for almost an hour. I'm trying to keep this at about an hour. We do have a show again tomorrow morning, so make sure you join me, and then a show again tomorrow evening. But every show is different. There is no script, so every day is going to be whatever the moment brings us. Everything is happening here and produced live. So I'll grab some news stories. I'm going to read them to you. That's why you want to tune in, because every day is insane. The comedy news that we do, it's all nuts. Everything that we do here is insane. We have so much fun. Maybe we need a fake band. Yeah, for sure. Oh, goodness. How's everybody doing out there? I want to say hi to some fam and friends that are kicking it with me. Telephone Game, Two-Step. That's right. Remember that song? You know, so this is the first song I ever heard by DMB when I was... I tell the story about how I bought a guitar. I was at a high school party, last party of the year, essentially, senior year. I just turned 18. And no, it's about 3 months after I turned 18. And I get a call from my buddy. He's like, hey, we're going to a party. Do you want to come? I'm like, sure, I'll go. So we go to the party. And my friend Sean is there, and he happens to be playing a guitar. I never heard anybody play a guitar before, if you could believe it, but I was into hip-hop. My cousin was a rap promoter in New York, and he used to feed me all these different hip-hop artists. I heard about Biggie and Tupac and all these guys before anybody else because of my cousin. I used to love all that stuff, and then they'd become huge, and I was like, man, I remember that. My cousin's like working with these people. So I was way into like hip-hop and like really good hip-hop, though. So I go to this party, and all of a sudden I see Sean sitting there, and he doesn't sing, but he's going. I'm like, wait a second, dude. What? You could play that? Like, I thought that was done on. I didn't even know how it was done, but I saw him doing that. Now right away, there's like a party of 50 people there, and he's going. I go, oh my friend, I've been your bones journey for together, you and I. I don't even know the words anymore, but I just started singing, and I was like, dude, I'm learning how to play that. And he's like, what? You know how hard it is to go? And I was like, no, what do you mean? He's like, I was like, okay. And then so I basically got the guitar the next day. I said, will you go with me to Stanford Music and buy a guitar? He goes, yeah, sure, I'll go with you. 2 guitars I looked at. I don't know where the Washburn is. I got it around here somewhere. It's back there. So the Washburn was my first guitar, but there was one that was $10 more that had like this dark, it was like an oak, no, it was like walnut back. It was beautiful. And it was like only $10 more, but I didn't have $10. It was like I put every dollar I had towards this guitar. And I think I paid like $126 for the guitar, and it was like $136 for this other guitar, something like that, or like $186 and like $196 for the other. And I just didn't have the 10. And my friend didn't give me he knew I wanted. He could have just been like, dude, give me 10 later. Get that one. I know you seriously want it. But I got what I could, and it was this Washburn guitar. It's like had like a red, like a cherry red back, just a regular acoustic Washburn. I was so proud to have a guitar, so thankful to have a guitar. And so from the day I got that guitar, I remember a couple things that were interesting. Like I'd start playing, and I'd be like, okay, look, how's the G go? Let me my finger here, that, and then the bottom one. And is it this one? And it was like that one. My brother learned how to play guitar 2 months before me. So when I got my guitar, he'd already learned how to play. He was playing, was not Brown Eyed Girl. He was playing Mr. Jones. Like I was like, wow, you're playing Mr. My brother was advanced right away playing guitar. And so when I sat down and saw him, he's already playing. He'd be going like. You know, like the transitions were still not tight, but he knew all of his chords, and I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. So right away, I had someone who I could throw things off. I'd be like, wait, so is the G like this or like this? They'd be like, oh no, there's 2 different Gs. I'm like, okay. So I learned a couple small little things about chords, just those major chords. And then from there, I just kind of went crazy. I wrote my first song, which was... these 2 songs in one night. I'll show you. Am I alone again? Is loneliness my friend? Is loneliness my friend, trying to tell me that I'm down and out? I ask myself why I see this world this way. I ask myself why I am the way I am. I ask myself. Ask myself again. Is loneliness my friend? Is loneliness my friend, trying to tell me that I'm down and out, oh yeah, I'm down and out. I am the way I am.
I see this world this way. I ask myself.
That was the very first song I ever wrote. But the same night I wrote this.
Crushing blows with desired intercourse. All the thoughts. Happiness grows when you open up your mind. Answers hidden behind the clearing where my angel, she wins her cross. Praying and waiting for fulfillment to her thoughts. Screaming her name out loud, saying her name in every crowd. I'm screaming her name out loud. 4 days, 3 nights, my angel will be found.
I don't remember all the lyrics. But screaming her name out loud is a pretty fire part. It's really supposed to be like,
Screaming her name out loud, seeing her face in every crowd. Screaming her name out loud. 4 days, 3 nights, my angel will be found. She will be found. She will be found. Screaming her name out loud. Screaming her name out loud, 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 loud. Screaming her name out loud.
that's how you throw a wooden pick that I built. Yes, I build picks. I build guitar stands out of wood. That's a BeatSeat guitar stand, guys. Fire, right? We're building BeatSeat guitar stands. Building BeatSeats. I even built a guitar. 2, 3. But this one is to match that guitar, that BeatSeat. Look. Right? God almighty. Tripping on things. That's the wire that didn't work before. Trying to figure out why you're not working over there, sir. So I built this puppy, and I wanted it to be a little bit purple into blue. Got a little bit, but it's more blue into black. But the back is pretty cool, right? kind of red with a little fire burst on the side and blue on the sides, right? It's pretty cool. I built this, and I even put my signature on there as the Mark Inspires. It's actually my Mark Pires signature. Don't you dare fall, sir. This is what it looks like. That's my signature right there. So that goes on every BeatSeat. You see that? And it's laser engraved, so you guys can then have, you know, a little bit of my personalized touch to it, considering I did hand build it for you. You know, some of you could even ask, I'll sign the inside as well. Wally said that my 1776 Bible got a lot of post hits on his side on Facebook. Yeah, that seems to be going over well. I was thinking about that. It's interesting. I'm glad I posted the secondary piece because I don't know if you guys remember, but about a year and a half, maybe, yeah, a little over a year ago, I did a whole thing on the 1775 Bible, and they didn't share it with anybody. Like, I got like 30 views on TikTok. I was like, I got a 1775 Bible. I was looking around, I was like, nobody else had that. I was like, it's so weird to me that they won't even share that, you know? And then eventually I started letting some of my content out when I was doing the news, and it's controversial news. I was doing controversial news stories, and they're like, oh, well, this is good. We can get people hating each other. Let's show this guy. But it was not the stuff I wanted them to show you. It's funny, a lot of people came over today on TikTok that one of the pieces sort of went out because I said exactly that. I was showing the Bible. I'm like, isn't it interesting? You guys are seeing my 1775 Bible and my piece of content all over TikTok. But the guy who posted that content, they're not showing that. They're showing you other people posting my content. I'm like, that's freaking mind-blowing. Like, the creator can't get the views. That shows you everything you need to know about the world we live in today. The people like the creator's content, but they can't get to the creator. They have to find that piece of content they loved on some other channel and like that over there, and have no idea the source content is a guy who's been live for 5 years in a row every day. And that's why I just want to scream it out on the top of a mountain. Like, oh, you like that one piece of 3,800? 9 feature films, 1,000 plus songs, easily. I would love for somebody to start going through the old shit. Like, dude, I found this ridiculous song you never did anything with. Yeah, there's millions. I have no idea where they are. I'm alone in this room, except for Joanne's wheeze. But besides that, you know, I don't have an editor. I don't have anybody. I don't have a producer. I don't have a talent manager. I don't have anything. If I did, that would be maybe something different. But it's me alone, so whatever I can get out for you guys, whatever I can cut and release, I'm doing in between being a real estate agent where I make a living. So it's really, this is a personal hobby is what it is. This is a hobby for me. And we all need hobbies. You know, I try to see if I could categorize everything in my life. Like, this is a hobby, you know, and it's because of what we talked about earlier. I stick to the laws of God, the way I see him. I speak my truth, and that is very much a threat to the world we live in today. And I think that it's a warning to you that, you know, you could keep your mouth closed, you know, and just allow things to happen, you know. But one day you're going to look back with regret, and you're going to say, I should have done something. I should have said something. I shouldn't have allowed falsehoods to become fact. So, what language is my Bible in? Old Dirty said, my language is an English Bible. It's from Cambridge, 1776, by Archbishop Deacon John Archbishop, I believe. Yeah, so 1775 Cambridge and 1776 Cambridge, because the New Testament was a year later. And I suppose, probably do the research, the 1775 was printed like in October, November, and they wound up getting through the printing for the New Testament probably right in the beginning of the 1776. But what I love about my Bible specifically is that it's 1775, 1776. It wound up being printed in Cambridge, but it wound up in Sag Harbor, in New York. Sag Harbor, New York. I'm like, that's interesting. How did it get there? Well, Thomas Howell, the owner of this book, he was born in 1741, I believe it was. Let's just look. I don't know if everybody realizes this, but what they did back in the day is, wow, this is cool. I never saw this. Solomon's song has little painting at the back, little etching. That's pretty cool. Is Solomon's song in the Apocrypha, or is that just is that in the regular Bible? The Song of Solomon. That's in there, right, guys? That's in the regular Bible, right? So, Sag Harbor, this book winds up finding its way from England in 1775 to Sag Harbor in New York. What's interesting about this is that when you get back to the New Testament, which we're going to find here, Stephen Howell was born October 23rd, 1744. How do I know that? Because they wrote all of their names in here when they were born. This is how people kept family records back in the day. They wrote it in the Bible right before the New Testament. They would put all of their names in, their children's names, so there would always be a record of who lived. Pretty cool. So Stephen Howell was born October 23rd, 1744. Eunice Howell was born on March 20th, 1744. So they had 3 kids. They were married in 1773. Wow, so he was 29. They were both 29 when they got married. You know, it's interesting. You always hear that people got married like 16, 17 years old back in the day. They were 29. I mean, back then, were people living like 30, 40 years? Like 1700s? I mean, I suppose there's always an odd 70, 75, 80-year-old in the mix, right? But most people were dying at like 30, 40 years old back then, you know? In fact, no, and that's why I'm wrong. He lived to like 70-something. He died in 1828, I believe. So 1744 to 1828, that's a nice, healthy, long life. So here we go. Stephen and Eunice Howell had Silas Howell. He was born October 23rd, 1773. What in the freaking heck? Silas Howell was born the same day as his father, 29 years later. What the fuck? Okay. Stephen and Eunice were born January 14th, 1773, okay? 9 months later, they were getting busy. You know, they were getting down. October 23rd, 1773, Silas Howell was born. So just math. 1773, 29, bang, biggity, booing it. They had their first child the same year they got married. I guess back then you don't waste any time. Literally, they were like, you want to get married next month? Sure. Could we bang it out now? We're getting married anyway, right? Pregnant, you know. October. Somebody do the timing for me. How does that work out? Unless that baby was born early. You know, maybe baby was born early. They kicked it out of the womb. They're like, look. You never know. Because let's think about that. October 23rd from January 14th. That's less than 9 months, right, guys? 10 months. Whatever. We'll give them the 10, you know. It's 10. But like you knew they banged it out that night, you know? Like they were into it. Silas. You know, Steve, they were in, like, first they're like, what should we name our first child? Like, I don't know. Maybe we should bang it out first. Yeah, let's go. We're getting married tomorrow. You know? That was where they got the idea. Just let's do it in the back. Still keep the virginity. Just kidding. Stephen Howell was born September 6th, 1784. So that was a full year later. I guess they got sick of doing it, you know. He was kind of like, you know, you kind of lost it during the last one, Eunice. You know, I was thinking like I'd love to have another, but it took you about 7 months to look like Eunice again. You were looking like Eunice, you know? Let me just look at what it says about that in the Bible, Eunice. Hold on a minute. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Thou wife shalt get herself back into motherfucking shape. You know what I mean? Oh, what's that, Eunice? Oh, no, you're looking good. Bang, biggity boo time, you know? Look, back in the day, that's how they did it. They hit you low. Remember, when you go low, they go lower. Stephen Howell, 1784. Of course, Lewis Howell was born in 1776, right? That's 1776, guys. That's right during the, independence. We're trying to get away from, the British. They're coming, like Joe Biden said. Well, the British were coming. Look, guys, the New Testament, 1776. See, it doesn't have months, but I would guess that you're talking about an end of year, beginning of year thing, and that's why you got this. But Stephen Howell. Now, look, this something was ripped out of here a couple hundred years ago. You know what I mean? You've got one, and then you've got nothing. You were there, and then all of a sudden, you've got nothing. You do. But we had it. This has a date. This was bought in 1783. So this came to America, and it was purchased by Stephen Howell in 1783. So let me finish the story for you. Stephen Howell, he's there in New York doing it, Sag Harbor style, Just there, he's living right on the water. Big time. Back then, big time. Big money, big bucks. And apparently George Washington comes into town. Good old GW, the original GW, not the GWB. That guy's, what are you talking about? Doing George W? No, I'm talking about George Washington. George Washington comes into town 1776, and he says, I'm looking for some young bucks to go out there and fight the British. Who's in? They're coming for our freedom, and I need some patriots. Legend has it that Stephen Howell came out with this Bible, like this. This is how it went down, just so you know. Ladies and gentlemen, please gather around so I could share what thy Bible says about GW and his mission to stop the British. It's all right here in my 1775 Bible that I bought in Cambridge. I've got it right here. Listen to George Washington. He wants to save the day and rule the British. Yes, no, it's in the Bible. I'm going to read it to you now. Look, right here. Thou shalt follow GW to the George Washington Bridge. After we pass the Delaware, of course. So, guys, that's what happened. This was in here, by the way. The owner of this book prior to me left this in here. I'm going to say these. You tell me if there's anything here. Ready? Psalms 28:7. Psalms 32:11. Psalms 33:1-5. Psalms 33:6-9. Psalms 36. Star plus 37. Start 37. I don't know what the heck's that. Psalm 32. Psalm 2:11, 34, 25. This is all about Psalms. Okay, Mike. Okay. Hold on a minute, Mike. You got to talk about the Psalms? Okay. Ooh, this is pretty cool. This is actually one of the coolest things right here. So this is like, remember those old notepads you used to get back in the day, and every day would give you like a motivational phrase or something? This is what the guy had. And let's just read what are on here. This is kind of interesting. So Wednesday, November 11th, this is when he started writing these notes. Since wars began in the minds of men, it is in the minds of men that the defense of peace must be constructed. Clement Attlee. Every production of genius must be the production of enthusiasm. That's accurate. You have not, and that's Benjamin Disraeli who came up with that. You have not fulfilled every duty unless you have fulfilled that of being pleasant. That's a wonderful phrase right there. I like that. That's a quote. That's Charles Buxton, our very last quote from the random piece of paper inside my 1775 Bible from Sunday, November 22nd. Beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. Benjamin Franklin. Guys, when Ben Franklin was doing it, not like they were doing it, Stephen Howell style, like the night of the wedding. They're like, oh, what time's the wedding? Like, I'm not sure, but we got time to do a little bang biggity boo, So I was thinking Silas is a good name for our firstborn. I know you're going to give birth to a boy. If you don't, that's all right. We'll get rid of you quick. 1776. You don't produce a boy? 29. We got till I'm like 32 here. You know what I mean? You got to get with it, Eunice. Eunice did not like that, But remember, 1776 didn't freaking matter what the hell Eunice thought. You know what I mean? Oh, watch, hey. Shit there, Edith. Settle down there. Go get me my beer there, Edith.
Oh, watch, hey. I'm gonna get you beer, Archie.
Right? 1776 style. Archie Eunice. Her name is really Archie. Eunice is Archie and Eunice back in the day. Archie Howell. And Edith, Howell.
Oh, watch, hey.
Sometimes when you show up on a Celebrity Impressionist stream and Archie Bunker comes out with some racial crap, you know what I mean? Yeah, settle down there, Edith. I saw you out there getting my beer, Get my newspaper there, Edith. Edith, gosh, I'm here. I'm trying to watch this freaking newspaper, and like, you can't get my beer, Edith?
Oh, watch, hey.
Right? Haven't done Archie and Edith in a while. Sometimes you gotta do it. Okay then, meathead. Oh, Archie, what are you talking about all the time? Archie, you're always talking about that. You don't know what you're talking about, Archie. I'm so sick of you, Archie. Every time you do, you're so racist. Archie, you're such a bigot. I can't stand it. Oh, shut up there, meathead.
Oh, Archie. Archie. Oh, don't do that. Archie. Don't call me meathead, Archie. Oh.
Settle down there, Edith. Get my beer. Wow. Guys, you come down, you hang out, have a good time. Of course, you're there. I'm here. Together. We're doing it. Not like Stephen Howell doing it, wedding night. He banged Biggity Boo. He put it in the hiney butt. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think he did that. Maybe. We don't know. We're still the jury's still out on the Howells and how they had that baby so quickly, Some sort of, weird stuff. Carry the, the basket before the, because that the priest would check to make sure that hymen was still good. Jonathan, can you come in here for a second? I got to talk to you. Jonathan, I think there was some bang biggity booing going on over here because that hymen ain't right. Yeah. Like, we're here. That's my job to check on the hymen, and like, you guys come over and you do the license. You have to sign it and say everything's good. There's a virgin, creation experience going on here. There could be some dirty stuff going down, because we don't know what she was doing. What's that, John? Oh, really? There was a bang biggity boo going on? Just them? They were doing it? Like, they're getting married next? Like, oh, look, we're getting married anyway. Let me just play a little, just the tip. Like, it's a game. It's a game. The Howells are into it, Look, we're getting married next month, Good old Eunice.
Oh, Archie. Oh, Archie, we gotta wait till our wedding night.
Settle down there, Edith. Edith, you gotta settle down there, okay? Wolverine Wolverine's daughter in the X-Men will forever have her, Hyman. Oh, you're funny. Wally, you rock. Gosh, you know what, guys? Sometimes when you're in the middle of it and you're creating comedy out of nothing, you know, you get to the high mountain. What the hell? How did we get there? You know? It's the Eunice and Stephen Bible, by the way. That's been with me since I started this show. Getting back to what I was telling you, this is a story about. So Stephen and Eunice. Without them, we don't have, you know, Silas. We don't have Bob Lube and the other one, you know. Rebecca, whatever her name was. You know, the three. There were three of them. Bob Newhart. Yeah, Bob Newhart was awesome. He was so good. Bob Newhart used to be like very cautious and like, he was like dumb, bewildered all the time. That's what I loved about him. He just like he was one of the funniest comedians. It's funny. I, just like everything else with the music, like I never took any comedy classes or anything or nobody taught me how to do celebrity impressions. You know, I'm a musician, I guess, so I could hear tone, but I've always had the gift for voices. I never put all these things together. I didn't know it was musically connected. I used to do Scarface as a kid. And then I just filling out the voices, like I've done a lot of people over the years. I don't do a lot of them anymore, but you could really throw out a name and I'd probably do it or had done it sometime in the past. And I could just kind of recall. There's a few people I never got down, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I never got him down. I don't know. His voice is a little, I can't do him. He's just like, there's something about him I can't get down with Schwarzenegger. I bet you if I watched him for a while, I could. You know, but I can't stand watching Schwarzenegger, actually. He's just like, oof. Okay, same character in every movie. It's like watching De Niro. I think it's so funny how people think De Niro is such a good actor. It's so funny. It's hilarious to me. He's a terrible actor. Just because he's been in big films. Like, he's the same guy in every single movie. The next time I go to a De Niro movie, if I could ever see him not go, I would be like, this guy's a genius. But his go-to is, you're like, what the fuck is this guy doing? You know what I mean? I'm just joking. He's obviously a talented guy, but I like to rip on him because I think he's a bit of a mental case when it comes to the way he sees the world. But, you know, got Al Pacino. You there? Have a good time, right? You know, we really, you know, we could keep it going. An hour and 30 freaking minutes. Guys, we're here at this 3-hour show tonight. We did an hour and a half early, now an hour and a half. And the thing is that bothers me most, the first show of the day was so freaking good, and there's like 60 views. It's like, man, every day is so freaking good, and then there's 60 views every day. 70 views, 60 views, 40 views. Oh, we broke 100. Great. For that ridiculously awesome show we did yesterday or last week. Yep. But you know what? What's interesting is like all of that content, when things happen and people do finally connect with what we do, or maybe don't, but when they do, they'll go back and look at that stuff. I don't think they'll watch hour-and-a-half shows and just go sift through and find. Finish line. You at the finish line, yeah. I'll meet you at the finish line. Guys, I'll tell you what, I can get down to this song. Wrote it tonight. Wrote it tonight, yeah, you at the finish line, yeah. You know we're gonna have a good time, I get down to that. You know? I'll meet you at the finish line. It's just like every day, cool songs, right? I don't know, and maybe it's not. I'm just creating. But I'll tell you, I'm going to put something on real quick. Because just because, all right? I like to. I do think that this is one you guys need to be pumped about. There's songs every once in a while that can really affect change in the world. Now, every night I write songs at 432 hertz. Now, if you guys know anything about 432 hertz, it's a healing frequency, okay? And I tune all of my instruments to 432 hertz. There's a reason I do this. Because my heart wants to heal. Like, I show up here every day sending healing energy out into this world. I'm pretty sure what I do heals people. I just can't guarantee it, but I've taken headaches away for like the last 20 years. I just stand, my wife all the time, she gets a headache, and I'll put my hand up a couple inches away from her head, and I pray to God and ask him to take it away into my hand. And my whole arm gets hot. I go over to the water, I wash my hand off, the pain's gone, and her headache is gone. Every time. I've never failed. Now, is it because of belief on her part, on my part? I think it's belief on my part because I'm certain I'm going to take it away. Now, I haven't been able to work on bigger ailments. I've never tried. I did try recently to see if I can, while I was in the presence of somebody who's suffering with Alzheimer's, to see if I could send everything I am at them and see if I could somehow break a pathway through so they can say what they want, so they could reconnect with those that they love. I don't think I was successful. Clearly, I wasn't successful. But the intention of the show is to heal. The intention of me is to show up every day to give you hope. That we have a place here together. A place where we can let it all go for a few minutes and just say, okay, we know what all exists. But I'm going to step into the moment here. I'm going to feel something. I'm going to feel the love and the intention of this guy who shows up every day. Because the warmth I feel in my heart when I speak to you guys, I have to feel like that is an energy that's going out right at the camera. And I don't know, I just feel it. And I've seen weird FLIR cameras before where the energy, you could see people's energy just escaping and leaving them, and it just encompasses the entire space. And sometimes I feel so much leaving, I'm like, this entire town is getting it right now, in all directions. Just explosion. You want to talk about the Big Bang? Every single night for the last 5 years, there's been a Big Bang on this show of energy just exploding out into the universe. And they hide it from you. They don't want you to be a part of it. I don't know who or what I am. I don't. But I'm certain how I feel is not normal. I don't know anybody else who wants to keep showing up even though they keep getting slapped in the friggin' face every single day. Hammered. No matter what they create, just get kicked in the face and the balls and the neck on a daily. And they keep coming back for more. I'm either insane or I'm here to save this world. You have to decide. Is this guy nuts? He writes some pretty cool songs. He invented a drum that no one's ever seen before. There's something there, right? Got a patent for it, so obviously there's something to it. It won Editor's Choice at Summer NAMM 2019. Clearly there's something to it. But what is it that drives me here every day? It's that feeling I get when we connect in the moment and I say something that's real. It comes out of the guitar. It comes out of the BeatSeat. It's the purity of life. It's the one thing that we have, which is a moment with God. If we can connect in this second. There's a reason why this Bible from 1775 and every other one going forward, maybe before, says when two or more are gathered in my name, I am there with them. Why? Why do you think that says that? When two or more are gathered, they are in the moment. They're in the present, the gift. When two or more are gathered In my name, I am there with them. Well, you know what? This show, a positivity, live, high-vibing show, which is trying to bring a dying world together before it literally decays, couldn't be any more of the mission God would hope we would all take on. So I don't care what religion anyone is, because I'm certain the tenements of this show, the intention of this show, is the true religion of this world. Well, let's think about it. What's the religion of this world? Loving people, lifting each other up, and connecting. Music, comedy, and inspiration. Helping each other when we're in need. Not stepping on everybody's throats on your way up. It's just as hard on the way down. Grab someone on the way. Let them hold on to you as you reach the stars. This time is short. You're going to leave here, and everything that you've gathered, everything that you've let build up in piles wherever you are, it's gone. You can't take it with you. We got a moment in time to do something remarkable. I'm taking it every day. I'm giving it my shot. It may not be anything that hits. It may not be anything that blows anyone's mind, but it's my way of staying sane in a world that's just completely disgusting to me. When the people in charge try to make everything too complicated, there's a bigger game at play. When the people in charge intend to change what's true and institute falsehoods, there's a bigger game at play. The bigger game is get them to a point where they can't distinguish any truth from falsehood. As soon as they accept this falsehood, then they'll accept all the rest. And I just hope you guys see it too. And I hope you're not on the other side of the screen and you're like, I don't know what he's talking about. I hope you guys see it the way I see it, and that I'm not just like... I mean, look, everything in life is how you see it. You have to change the way you look at it in order to have different perspective. But I feel like I've got this BS monitor. It's like in our DNA. Each of us have this. And I tell you, the reason is because thousands of years ago, a million years ago, our ancient ancestors had to have a BS meter. They had to be able to sense danger. And when they did that, it's like almost like when you see an animal that sees the person that gives, or the mom, and they imprint. You know how animals imprint? And some people will actually be the first thing that an animal sees, and the animal imprints on that person, on that human being. That's what we have. In our DNA, we have a fingerprint from our ancient ancestors, which allows us to see the world for what it really is. It allows us to see the bull crap. And the thing is, we as a humankind, I would say, is just, maybe it's because we have heart and consideration for others, even for those that do us wrong. We refuse to call people out, even though our BS meter sees it in the moment. Most people just let it slip right by, and they'll just do a smile. I'm never talking to you again, and you're saying that in your mind, like, I'm never talking to this person again. Instead of saying, why are you doing this? Why are you thinking that I'm stupid and I don't see your lies for exactly what they are? So we have this BS meter, because my great-great-grandparents, they could sense that there was a tiger outside waiting to chew their face, a dinosaur that was ready to stomp their neck. Like, this is something that baffles me, how I've heard many historians say how these people in the Stone Ages were idiots. All these people that thousands of years ago were morons. We've gotten smarter. No, we're gotten dumb. We're idiots. We're the idiots. Those people were brilliant, geniuses. There was more oxygen on planet Earth back then. It means the brains were healthier, more developed. And they had that BS meter ingrained in their DNA, in our DNA. And so, therefore, I hope when I say what I say, you guys aren't saying, what is this guy talking about? I don't see that. World seems pretty good to me. I like paying more for gas and for everything else and then having them take all of my money every April freaking 15th. That's great. Galileo in the house. So good to see you. Terminus in the house. I love it. You guys are awesome. We've been lied to since birth. Yes, Terminus is right. Guys, look into the straw man. Like, there's some stuff I want to get into on this show. We're going to get into it. Believe me, we're going to get into it all. So make sure, if you can, if you haven't yet, subscribe and turn on all notifications and share, leave comments, all that stuff. The more people interact on this channel, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it happen. It's kind of interesting. We're getting a lot of new traction. New people are finding their way to the channel because of the 1775 Bible. But I jokingly say, and it's so true, you guys found me because of this Bible, and it's interesting because they're allowing it to be seen. But then there's like this other shadow thing where they don't share stuff, you know. What I think is really interesting is that this Bible is bringing people in to the show that they really want you to not see. So it's like you're finding one thing. They're like, because I hear a lot of people are like, oh, I found the Bible. I couldn't find it anywhere. I found it. This is so cool. I'm like, yeah, but you found the thing that they really don't want you to find. Yeah, you found the Bible. That's cool. I'm going to be going through the Bible like crazy. You know, the next couple of years, we'll be reading that Bible all the time. But you found the thing that they really didn't want you to find, which is the longest running daily variety and positivity show on planet Earth. That's the thing they didn't want you to find. Like, the fact that this slipped out is pissing people off out there that were really trying to make sure I quit at some point. They just keep saying, every day I show up, they're like, that motherfucker, he's back again? Yeah, I'm back again. But when this slips out and people now see this, you guys are now accessing the show that they fear most, I think. And you hear what I'm saying here. This is the stuff they fear most. Someone who has a heart, someone who speaks common sense, who sees things and can use their BS meter and articulate what's really going on. What they fear most is a mind. They're looking for followers, not leaders. And so that's why when you see these talking heads with millions of followers on X, on TikTok, on Facebook, and they're all pumping out this message. You guys remember what we read in the Psalms were there? I'd rather speak the word of God and not get the riches of gold and silver and have my soul intact. 1,828 days in a row, I've said this to the man. It's funny, I always have to remember the song I wrote, The Best for You and Me. It's a beautiful song. I wrote this on September 21st, 1999, sitting under a tree in New Canaan, Connecticut with a handful of friends. I had my guitar there, had my pad, my pen, and I wrote this live in the moment, just like we do here every night, but with pen. All the lyrics came out. I should grab them and read them to you. It's stunning. It's one of the best songs ever. But the hook, there's three choruses, but one of them goes, and I know that the man can get you down sometimes. And I'm not sure if we could be free. Free fall with me. Free fly like a dream. You miss the ones you love the most. And at night when the cool air, I gotta find this. You gotta just hear this real quick. It's such a cool song. Since we couldn't get the other one to work, let's see if we could try this one more time. Put the we're gonna plug in right around here. I'm popping in all of the. Okay, let's shut that down so we're not getting too much on the feed. Okay, let's just try this. We're gonna try to record one more time and see if it works. Multi-tracking again. So, I don't have all the lyrics, but we're going to do it. You know, I'll keep the beat set up. Let's just keep it acoustic. Sometimes I try a little too hard. Sometimes I need to be alone. But most times I need you there to hold me close, let me know who I am. 'Cause we try to please ourselves, never thinking about the next, always number one. And I know that the man can get you down sometimes, and I'm not sure if we can be free. Free fall with me. Free fly away like a dream. You love the ones you miss. Freaking A. You love the ones you miss the most. You love the ones you miss the most. And at night, the cool air feels right to me. And I thank the Lord, and I pray for more. And see, this is where I really need the lyrics. And I pray for more. And if the time comes when we all judge ourselves, my Lord, just let me know, and I'll be there for you. And I know I'm gonna miss this place when it's gone, and we're standing right here. And I wish we were thinking about all the people walking by me and you. If we start, we can change and get the best for you and me. For you and me. For you and me. We'll get the best, just you and me. Just you and me. We'll get the best, just you and me. That line, though. And I know I'm gonna miss this place when it's gone, and we're standing right here. Almost there, you know? I mean, you could make the case that we are standing exactly where we were, and we are missing the place. The place that we remember is gone. I think I saw like Earth Cataclysm when I wrote that song, though. It was like, you know, I'm standing and like everything's different. Like the whole world has changed in a split second. And I know I'm going to miss this place when it's gone. And we're standing right here. One of the best lines ever, you know. You can go through all of my lyrics. There's some pretty ridiculous lyrics I wrote when I was a young man. And now everything I write is live in the moment. We create, improvise, and try to see if we can elevate in this moment here. So I hope you will join me tomorrow morning. Let's see. It's already 12:45. I gotta go to sleep, guys. I gotta get up. Got an 8:30, 8:45, 9 o'clock show tomorrow morning. Real estate into whatever you just heard. It's like we start with real estate and then we get into it. So join me if you can. If you can leave a comment after the show, I appreciate that. And sharing is always caring. I would say, like, it's awesome when we have people in the chat. But what's even better is when the people from the chat come back to the show like 10 minutes after the show, whatever, in order to leave a comment. Because apparently you can't leave comments sometimes when it's live. But if you go back a couple minutes after and just say thanks, like S-Coop just did. Thank you. Thank you, S-Coop, for being here. Thank you, Trish. Thank you very much, Renee Woods. Let me see if I can go over here. And we didn't get into the Apocrypha tonight. We're going to have to do that another time. I have it. I'm actually downloading it now, so we have it right on the desktop. Because last time my computer shut down. And then when I came back in, like, what are we talking about over here, you know? Let's see what we got. Saying goodnight to the famine, friends. Oh, gosh almighty. Apparently I'm in the wrong feed. Classic. Classic. I see that. Again, where are we here? Can I get into the right feed? I don't think I'm in the right place. Let me just make sure. Let me go over here to YouTube. We have multiple channels going at once. We're on Mark Inspires TV. We are on, see, we're on Mark Inspires TV right now, so we're on the wrong channel. Let me go over here to the Mark Inspires channel. You should subscribe to the Mark Inspires TV channel. It looks like we're growing over there, which is awesome. I want to try to have a really solid second channel here, guys. So if you can, make sure you subscribe to Mark Inspires and Mark Inspires TV, and you won't miss a thing. I also say, by the way, if you head over to Telegram and you subscribe to my Telegram, which is Mark Inspires, S-Coop, every day she notifies you when I'm live. And like if S-Coop can't, someone is going to let you know I'm live. Wolf will let you know I'm live. Someone's going to let you know I'm live. Trish, you're going to get a notification in Telegram for that. So do me a favor if you can. Join us for the zaniest, wackiest show on earth. Joanne was wheezing through this entire show, guys. You know, I still did my best. Oh, goodness. Can we get to the show here? Joanne, if that's your real name. Let's say I'm not getting enough. Now that's not working either. You know, unbelievable. You know, let me go into the back end. I guess I have to do that here. Sometimes you're going to the back end. I put the Israel clip out earlier, guys. I don't know if you saw it. 38 views. And then a BeatSeat clip. 18 views. 2 likes. God almighty. Invented the only drum in the world for guitar players. 18 views. And only 2 people liked it out of 18 people. People used to appreciate inventors. Now, 16 of them are like, fuck this guy. You know, he invented, whatever, and shit. You know, is it? Oh, goodness. Guys, if you didn't see Bradley Smith, he's been pushing on this Scarface. My first piece of content ever on YouTube from 2009. It's Scarface and Harry Carey. Harry Carey! Hey, Tony Montana! Hey, Tony! Okay. So you guys want to see that? It's pretty ridiculously silly. It's my first piece of content ever. I re-released it. It had like 20-something thousand views from back then, and I lost that channel for 10 years. Went back to it. That one, the Christopher Walken, had like 176,000. I'm re-releasing that one probably tomorrow, just edited down slightly. So I hope you guys will head over and enjoy the content. Every day, dropping craziness, and then live twice. What a freaking mental case, right?
He does 2 shows a day and drops content, and he's a realtor.
That's right, I'm a freaking realtor. Remember that when you go to buy, sell real estate. I'm going to give Mark Pires a call. I want to work with Mark Inspires. He can make me laugh. And do Christopher Walken. I'll give you the Christopher Walken walkthrough. Wow, guys, you come down. It's stainless steel in the kitchen. You see the island? It's Calcutta stone. You got the Calcutta stone. Yeah, the chopping board. You get the cheese board, the cutlery. You cut the cheese. He stinks like Joanne's feet. Yeah. Toodalooda. Oh, right? Guys, Christopher Walken comes down, and everybody's in the process of enjoying it. You know? You didn't know. You did not know. Now you know. This is my song in the background. You can listen to it on Spotify for free. You got to go away, yeah. Guys, if you can, I'm saying goodnight to you, so please say goodnight now or forever hold your peace. Well, at least until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Tomorrow morning, guys. 9 a.m., positivity lifting you up into the sky. Right? We're writing another song probably in the morning. Usually there's a piece of music at the end. I may play you a piece, whatever. Andrea O'Neill was here this morning, by the way. PB was here this morning. We got into it. A lot of ranting at the end of the show. If you want to go back and watch that, oh, y'all. Like, there's crazy rants going on here, guys. And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't say that. Like, it's funny, just really quick. This Matthew Rife comedian gets canceled for making a joke. And I just want to say something. This is how I feel as a comedian who makes jokes and points out the absurd. The world should never take advice from fucking assholes who know nothing about comedy. Okay? Anybody who's out there and can't laugh at a joke because they're the person that's being joked about is a dickhead, and you should never listen to them. Tell them to go fucking pound sand. And I'm sorry I'm getting angry, but I can't stand when people try to censor comedians because they have no funny bone. And it's like, no, you could get paper cut by the wind. Get the fuck out of here. Don't go and cancel someone because you don't like their comedy. Turn it off, you freaking jack off. Can't stand this world we live in where assholes have the power to pull down comedy because they have no freaking sense of humor at all. Why do you want to hear from that dickhead? That's not the person you want in the room with you anyway when you're laughing at a comedian. Some fucking moron who's there like, I'm offended. What did you come to a comedy show for then, you dick? Right? It's so weird to me. So all I'm saying is, what the fuck, right? Goodness. Anyway, you got to get it all out. You got to get it all out, fam. Barella, Leisure number 7. Pamela Swan, Raven Kiefer, Renee Woods, and S-Coop. Guys, I think I should drop that. That may have been the best little rant of the whole show. Oh, I'm dropping that on TikTok tomorrow. Might as well get freaking canceled. Guys, when you're in the process of saying things that are true, you're cancelable offense. You know that, right? 2024. You say truth, you get canceled. You say lies, you get gold and silver. Couple million views, you know. Guys, your decision. Please don't let asshole retards, morons, shoot, that's going to get me in trouble. TikTok, don't get mad at me. I love you guys. I got to go because they're going to boot me for that. I shan't say that word. I did not mean that. I'm sorry, guys. Don't boot me for saying anything that's mean. I didn't mean it in that way. Gosh almighty. I didn't mean to say that word. TikTok takes that offense, and they're going to boot me right now. Guys, I love you. I don't want them to take me out for a week, so I got to go. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Emily, User 6, Kinky, Sierra, Vin Frank, and Peaceful Stranger. You guys, I love you. Please head over to YouTube and say goodnight now. I'll say goodnight to you here. Subscribe. Ring the bell. See you soon. Guys, I can't. If I go on and stay on longer, I don't know if somebody there will get mad at me or whatever, but TikTok will boot me like they did for 7 days. I'm not losing another 7 days on TikTok, so... We went to TikTok again today because they let that one piece of content about my Bible go out about how I said everybody else getting views for my Bible but me. And that one went out, so I'm like, maybe we should go live on TikTok today. I think we had a fair amount of viewers. I'm not sure. Barella, Fishman, Leisure number 7, Pamela Swan, Raven Kiefer in the house, Renee Woods, and S-Coop. Raven Kiefer, by the way, thank you so much for the shout-out that you gave me on New Year's. I saw that message the other day. Very much appreciated. Guys, you guys are the warriors on this channel. You're the ones who are going to build up this platform into the greatest, it is already the greatest community chat in the world. But when there's thousands of people here that are living together in this chat and breaking down barriers, connecting in the moment, we will accomplish something that is almost seems impossible. But just because of who I am, I guess. But it will be possible. And the same feeling we have is just going to grow and become something that is going to become like, what's the word? Electric. 1560 Geneva Bible. I didn't get into the Apocrypha tonight, guys. I'll try to do it for you tomorrow, okay? Do my best. Maybe during the show in the morning. Minds Over Matters is here. You rock, Minds. Maybe during the morning show, 9 a.m., I'll break out the Apocrypha, guys. I got it here. It's on I downloaded the PDF, all right? So all we have to do is get into it tomorrow. We're reading the Apocrypha and Bel the Dragon and all the giants from the Book of Enoch. Till tomorrow, fam and friends.
You got to go away, yeah.